And welcome to Psychologies magazine. I'm Nikki Peterson, barefoot coach and creator of the Find Your Spark Again and Reconnect with the Real You coaching program. In this short coaching video, which is week 4 of 4, you will learn how to find balance, how to stay connected to the real you in the real world and not give back into those mental stories that were previously holding you back. You can access the other 3 videos by subscribing to Psychologies magazine, which will give you access to the full course, and that includes the weekly journal workbooks for in-depth coaching. You can subscribe via the link in this video's caption, or if you're already a subscriber, you can head over to the Life Leap Club page on the Psychologies website and register or sign in. So this is our final video in the series, and as I say, we're going to be looking at how you can find balance and how you can stay connected to the real you in the real world and not give back to any of those mental stories that were holding you back. So the first thing you need to do is find your community. How can you find more meaningful and closer relationships with those who share your spark, who share your joy, who share your happiness and share your values? By being who you really are and who you really want to be will give you a far greater opportunity of finding those like-minded people. You'll find your community and therefore those that you can truly connect with on a much deeper level. And by being who you really are, you're going to connect and inspire others. Your vibe attracts your tribe, as they say. So where can you go to find your tribe? How can you connect to those like-minded people? When can you schedule something into your weekly diary that you know 100% is going to bring you great rewards and feed the real you? How can you make that time absolutely non-negotiable? I'm going to encourage you to use a coaching tool which is called Questions to Ask when Making a Decision. The questions can be found in the workbook, and these questions are going to help you build awareness around any intentions and the impact of any decisions that you make going forward. And this is going to be useful for whenever you find yourself being led by your head rather than your heart and your true feelings. And I really want you to consider those questions in the workbook. My final thoughts as we come to the end of this coaching program is for you to look at your boundaries, which will allow you to stay fully connected to the real you. And as Brené Brown says, this is simply your list of what's okay and what's not okay. When you set your boundaries, it will give you a much healthier sense of what your personal needs are and what your personal needs are from others. There's 3 stages when considering and setting and keeping boundaries. The first one is you need to define your boundary. Number 2 is to set that boundary. And number 3, the most important, is to keep that boundary. In the adjoining workbook, I elaborate on these 3 steps. But one really simple thing to remember when setting a boundary is that no is a complete sentence. So that concludes this 4-week coaching program. I hope you've really found it useful. I want you to keep being connected to the real you, keep that spark lit, and I wish you really, really well. Thank you.